Hi, this is Simon Candy from Acoustic Guitar Lessons Online.net, and welcome to today's video, which is actually a video series, three-part video series, all about creating awesome, amazing music with chords on your guitar. Now, as guitar players, we typically know open chords and bar chords, right? They're the two types of chords that are most popular. They make up a ton of songs, millions and millions of songs. They're very useful, but as far as chords are concerned, if that's all you know, there's a hell of a lot you're missing out on. And I'm glad you're here today because I'm going to reveal what you are actually missing out on. These chords are good, right? They're useful, but they're kind of like a screenshot that you might take of something online, like a page of a website or something. It serves a purpose. You know, you take a screenshot for whatever reason, but you can't click on anything on that screenshot, right? You can't go to other pages of the website, click on any of the links, get to Google and go somewhere else. It's very one-dimensional. Okay, so these chords, open chords, bar chords, are very much like a screenshot. They're useful, but there's so much more. We can dig so much deeper and get such a bigger, better sound from a single chord, which is the focus of today's video. We're not even going to do a chord change in this video today. It's just going to be a single chord, but you're going to be able to play it all over the fretboard with some really cool sounds. That's going to be what we do in today's video, and then videos 2 and 3 will take this a little bit further. So if you want to learn more rhythm guitar techniques that you can apply to a single chord progression to make it sound really cool and different every time, then click the link below this video and download my free ebook audio all about awesome rhythm guitar techniques for your playing. Okay, so we're going to be looking at an A chord today. Now, most people, if I said to them, let's play an A chord, make it sound interesting for me, they're probably going to get stuck and probably pretty bored with it, you know, within probably inside a minute, right? Because of course we can play an open A chord and we can play this bar chord of an A, and if we want we can go up here and play an A, and that's kind of it, right, for a lot of people. Now, we want to expand out on that. So first, I'm going to show you 3 triad shapes. A triad is just simply a 3-note chord, okay? And I'm going to show you 3 A triad shapes on string sets 4, 3, 2, okay? On the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. So we're actually going to start with this A triad down here in 2nd fret. Okay, now you look at that and you go, well, that's the A open chord. And yes, it is in part, but we're not going to be playing at this point any of the open strings around it. We just want to strictly play 3 notes, okay? It just happens to be in an open position when it is an A chord, this particular triad shape. The next one is going to be up here at the 5th position, going across the 5th, 6th, and 7th frets, again on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. And it's also an A triad shape. And then we're going to move up to the 9th, 10th, and 11th frets and play this shape, which is also an A triad shape. It's taking the notes of an A chord and just throwing them around in different orders in each position. Okay, but that's the first step. Okay, we simply play the 3 A triad shapes on string sets 4, 3, and 2. We've got this one down here, this one in the 5th position, and up in the 9th position we have this A triad shape. Alright, now once you've got those shapes down, the next step is to bring in the droning open strings. This is going to be a feature, if you like, of our chord here today, and creating really cool sounds with it. What we're going to do is we want to bring in open strings to drone against the fretted notes of our chord. It's a really cool sound, particularly as you get higher up on the fretboard. So with this first chord shape, first triad shape here, we're going to take away the finger that's on the 2nd string so that we end up with an open 2nd string right there. Okay, and I'll probably refret that now because I don't need the 3 fingers. I'll use my 2nd and 3rd fingers to take care of the 2nd fretted notes on the 4th and 3rd strings. And then I've got my open 2nd string, and I'm going to bring in my open 1st string as well, okay? Just to get more of an open string drone there. So if we go to our second shape here, second A triad shape, we take off the finger that's on the second string, so we get the open second string now as well with this chord, and the open first string. Okay, get a nice droning open string sound to our triad there. And then we go up to this third shape, again taking off the second finger in this case on the second string, and we get the open second string as well with this chord and the open first string. Okay, so what we're left with now are three shapes that have the same top two notes in each of them because they're the droning open strings. So we have the first shape, second shape, and the third shape. Okay, really nice sounds. The droning open strings, people love hearing that sound. It's such a cool sound, and it sounds awesome when we get it into chord progressions, which you'll hear a little later on. So what do you do with that? Well, we can strum, and I should say I'm using a finger picking approach here, but if you don't finger pick or you don't want to finger pick, you can do exactly what I'm doing here and throughout this whole video series with a flat pick. So that's going to be fine. You don't have to use your fingers, but what you can do, pick or fingers, you can strum the chords, or you can break the notes up, which always sounds nice, this sort of thing. Okay, now you can already hear that we're expanding out on this A chord instead of just playing this shape, and the bar chord up here. Already we've got a more interesting sound with our A chord, but there's going to be heaps more to come. Okay, so we've got the triad shape, we've taken away the fingers, or a finger from the second string to get that droning sound. What is next? Well, think of a piano player. When you see someone play piano, it always sounds full, right? It doesn't sound like there's something missing. You can hear all parts of the piece that the pianist is playing. Typically when someone's playing guitar, that's not always the case. They will play something when they're on their own. Someone might ask you to play me something. So you play them something, but it's a part of a song, the guitar part. But we need the bass, and we need the drums, and we need the singing and whatever, right? On a piano, whilst it can be obviously playing with other instruments, it sounds, piano sounds full and complete on their own. At the moment, what we've got, these chords, is like, I want you to think of that as like the right hand of the piano, the right hand, okay? Playing these little chords in the upper register. What we want to do effectively is bring in the left hand to play some accompaniment, take care of the lower end, okay? So we get a bigger sound, a more complete sound. So that's very easily done on an A chord because we have an A open string. As simple as that is, it makes a world of difference, because if I just drone that string as I play my chords, have a listen. Okay, and I'm playing a very free time here. I'm not really that concerned at this point about keeping a strict time or even thinking of time signature. Very free, relaxed rubato time. And you just randomly come in whenever you like to drone that low A string. But the idea is to try and keep that sound there. So you pluck it, you don't have to hit it straight away again. You can go up to your next chord. You might hit it again here just to keep it droning out. And what you got is the left hand playing that A and your right hand playing the chords on top and sounding complete because you have bass and harmony. Okay, so that's what we have so far. We've got the triad shapes, droning open strings around them, and either strumming, plucking, or breaking the notes up. And if that's all you did, you've got a hell of a lot more to play around with on a single chord, in this case an A chord, than you ever will just knowing these block shapes, all these static shapes here. All right, so that's what I want you to do first, and then we'll have a look at how we can even make awesome sounds, more really cool sounds with what we have here so far in our A chord. To learn other rhythm guitar techniques that you can take to a single chord progression and have it sound different every time you play it, you should check out the link below this video and click on it, and you'll be taken to a ebook that I created. It's free, It's got audio and examples in there, and it will show you how you can have a single chord progression sound different with all these cool rhythm guitar techniques. All right, so what we're going to do now is create really cool extensions to the A chord. So here's what we're going to do. I'll demonstrate on all these chords, right? But let's take the middle chord here, the second chord, okay? So we've got our droning open strings that we added to this little triad shape, or what started as a triad shape. You got 3 fingers, you only got 2 fingers, so you got 3 spare fingers there, right? I want you to put them down on either the first or second strings, wherever you want, okay? Don't lose the shape, so keep those fingers down, that's important. But aside from that, you can put these fingers anywhere you like and just listen to how the chord sounds. So for example, now you might hear that and go, oh, that doesn't sound too nice. But it sounds fine. I mean, what's the context, you know? It's just, in that case, that's a dissonant sound, right? It's kind of a bluesy sound. It is a bluesy sound, so it's pretty cool. But if you didn't like that sound, or you wanted to resolve that sound, often you'll be able to do that by moving it a fret up or down from where you are. So if I come down a fret, right, it resolves. If I go down another fret, it's very dissonant there, but down another fret, it's resolved. So often when you hit notes that you think, oh, they're wrong, they're not wrong, they're just dissonant notes. We need those sounds in music. They create the drama, but we do need to resolve those sounds too. So if you hit a note like that with your chord, don't just think you've done something wrong and leave it. Try moving it up or down a fret. And pretty much most times, if not every time, you'll resolve that dissonance, and it will make the note that you hit that was wrong sound right, okay? So that's just something about the dissonant sounds you might get, because I just want you to throw them down anywhere, these notes. Okay, just playing around. I've got the shape there, and then I'm just adding fingers, and we could kind of put fingers anywhere, but let's stick to the top 2 strings, okay? I want you to just use the top 2 strings for those notes. But aside from that, you can put your fingers wherever you like on those strings that you can obviously get to reach within the vicinity of the chord you're holding. So if I'm down here on this first shape, there's some dissonant sounds there, but they can work. Maybe it's not what you want to hear, that's fine, but they can work, all right? So I just want you to be very open here. Don't judge anything. Just see how it sounds. Reveal sounds to your ears. And you know what? All these chords are still A chords. What you're doing by adding a note is extending the harmony of the chord. Okay, if I go up to this one up here, it's a really nice sound, that note right there. Okay, so alright, so the idea here is once you've got your shapes and you're droning the low A string, you're now adding fingers, adding and taking away fingers to get some really cool extensions to the chord, to just totally blow it apart and you know, have a massive scope of sound all on a single chord. We've not changed chord at all here. There is no chord changes here. This is all A. Okay, so you can kind of see what I mean by this being very one-dimensional. Yes, it's got a purpose, sure, but there's so much more we can do and create with. Okay, so the idea here is that once you've got the ability to bring notes into your chords, you kind of have that third layer. There's 3 layers basically in music. We've got bass, harmony, and melody. Okay, so here we've got our bass. The harmony is the chord, and adding notes to the chord is like the melody. Okay, so we've got all three parts here, and that's why it sounds nice and full. It doesn't sound like there's something missing. So you could create little melodies on your chords. Okay, that type of thing. Okay, so you just taking care of the bass, got the harmony of the chord, and you got the melody with your fingers. Aside from that, it's all about exploring and revealing sounds to your ear, okay, and really expanding out on what you can do with a single chord on your guitar. All right, so just to give you a little bit more of an idea of the possibilities that we can now get with the A chord, a single chord, in this case the A chord. I'm just going to do a little bit of playing for you, and I'm just going to be using those shapes and adding in notes with my fingers as I just ran you through. So have a listen and see what you think. Excellent. So we have the first part down here, and that is sounding a single chord all over the fretboard with really cool sounds. And you know what? This is pretty easy, right? Doesn't take long to do what we're doing here, to be able to do it. But it sounds very advanced because it is very advanced in sound. But don't try and understand this from a theory point of view. Don't trying to analyze what's going on here. I just want you to hear it, and I want you to be in a creative frame of mind. It's a little like, think of that like a 4-year-old at kindergarten, big sheet of white paper, paints, crayons, textures, whatever, and they're just having fun, creating some sort of art on that white piece of paper, right? They're not really concerned about what the primary colors are, you know, red, yellow and blue or whatever they are, and they don't really care that blue and yellow make green and all that sort of stuff, right? They're just in there having fun, and that's what I want you to do here. Exactly the same thing, same frame of mind. I want you to just be in there with the A chord within the structure and the steps I've given you, and just see what you can come up with. There's so much sound in there, and I hope you can see just how much more and how deeper we can go on a single chord than simply just our stock standard bar chords and open chords. Okay, so it's the triad shape in 3 positions. It's droning open strings by removing the finger on the 2nd string and droning the low 5th string for the root of the A, and then it's adding fingers to create those melodies. Okay, that type of thing there, as I've already demonstrated for you. Okay, awesome. So if you want to learn some other really cool rhythm guitar techniques that you can take to chord progressions you play to have them sound different every time, then click the link below this video in the description and download my free ebook audio on awesome rhythm guitar techniques for your playing. If you want to discover more things about acoustic guitar, visit www.acousticguitarlessonsonline.net. I've got a ton of resources there that you can check out, all to do with acoustic guitar playing. Thanks for watching this video today. I appreciate your time. I hope you enjoy what we are doing here. I hope you play around with it, because in the next video, we're going to take it further.